I'm trying to live and enjoy the fucking grind, and I'm going to do that. They had people that maybe weren't FBI agents, but were people who were working for them. You're basically being lied to over and over again, and because you fucking hate Trump, you're willing to believe the lies. Fuck your people. Fight your own fight. I don't care about, you know what the next rumor is going to be? That Trump was at a Diddy party, okay? Gotcha. Now, everybody that has low T does not necessarily have a low libido. We're not talking about that. I'm not bringing that up on the show right now. That would be a whole can of worms. Your doctor don't know what the fuck he's talking about. You're totally fucked, okay? You're crashing, you know, so you can check your doctor, because I know more than he does. Doesn't end well unless it ends. They never believe me. I would never drop the ball. I know I'm just report the fucking obvious. With the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. That mean you really playing with your life. I'm about to come. Just a motherfucking jump. Just go. He says we're good to go, so we are good to go. This is the Outlaw Apostle Podcast. I am Troy Neff, your host. I'm the fucking guy. And over in the corners, Chase.
Hello, man. How you doing today?
I am doing great today, brother. Man, I'm taken back a little bit by some of the shit that's going on, though, man. Like, I'm going to share some stuff today about things that are going on that I think are, you know, the main points of what people need to know.
Yeah.
And that's why they should come here and just get it from me. But let's start with this first. Personal stuff going on, okay. You know, next week, it's coming so fast. I can't believe it. Just feels like I was just in Nashville, Yep. And next week, Dawn and I will be traveling to Nashville to see my daughter and her husband. We're leaving on Wednesday, be back on Monday. Truly looking forward. And I'll work the whole time I'm there. You know, that's just what I do.
There's never been
I work on the plane. That's, you know, it's just part of the business, which is good. So I think we're staying at the Omni, and God hope it's supposed to be way better than the Omni we stayed at in Indianapolis. Yeah. Where I wanted to stay, they just didn't have, they were booked, man.
Yeah.
Like Nashville's a busy fucking place, man.
This is the second time now that just booked out the entire time.
Like, geez.
Is there anything going on this time around? Or
I don't know.
Is Trump coming back in this
time?
Alabama
Vandy, man.
Okay.
You got Alabama fans that travel, you know? And that's what we'll be doing on Saturday. Now, my daughter, I mentioned, she's a foodie.
Yeah.
Like me, like big time.
Yeah.
She sent me this restaurant that had, like, seats 24. Like 24,
restaurant?
Like 24, yeah.
So it's exclusive.
It's very exclusive. And I checked out the sample menu. Dude, I didn't know half the shit on the fucking menu. I could pronounce it, didn't know what it was. If it was a meat, a food, a fish. I had seafood. I didn't have a clue. So it was a little overly fancy for me.
Okay. Is it like a themed restaurant? Is it like a...
No, it's like chefs... Like
whatever
chefs,
I'm
going to cook you what the fuck I want to cook you, and it's good shit kind of restaurant.
I love that.
You know?
I love that.
And yeah, we didn't book that one. And I didn't tell her we couldn't. All I said was, I don't know what half this stuff is.
Yeah.
You know?
And you don't want to show up and then the food not be...
Yeah, and I'm good not eating the oysters and stuff.
Yeah.
She can eat that, and I'm good. We'll find other stuff. But there has to be other stuff.
Yeah.
The only thing I understood on the whole thing was duck. So I'm like, duck, okay, I can eat duck. I'll eat duck. I'm good with that. She found a place actually that I didn't eat at, which is a restaurant at the hotel I stayed at last time, at the Joseph. Yeah. Let's see, Yolan. It's an Italian place, and she went there for her birthday. So obviously it's a good place. So we're gonna do that one of the nights. And then we are doing... we're doing bourbon steak for sure. She got the bourbon steak because
cannot miss out on that.
I know she didn't like that we missed the. Well, I didn't miss the bourbon steak. She missed the bourbon steak last time. So we're gonna do that. So she got us that for Friday because she's leaving for Chicago and coming back Thursday.
Okay.
So we're going Wednesday. So we'll do our own shit Wednesday and
Gotcha.
Thursday, and then meet them on Friday, and then spend the weekend with them. doing shit, and probably Sunday, probably shopping again, because it's close to Christmas, and this is what I told her. You just have to suck it. This is Christmas for us with you, because she's busy. She's going to be all over, and his parents and her mom and stuff. So this is my time. I'm going to take advantage of it.
You get ready to spend
and
money.
I'm going to take it I'm going to probably buy you some stuff again, and it's going to be Christmas.
Do you plan on
but
picking
it's
up
always
new watches or anything like that?
Dude, it's always Christmas with me. It's always Christmas.
That is not a lie.
We probably will not talk about purchasing new watches until after my divorce.
Okay. That is fair. That is fair.
When you have a bitter ex out there that doesn't really want to admit how bitter they are, what are you going to do? I mean, I know from experience, and I'm actually way too experienced in this. Like, way too experienced. But it is what it is.
What'd you say before the show? You said,
I
can't show you how to stay in a marriage, but I can show you how to get divorced or something.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know.
Oh man, that had me weak. Really, I'm not gonna lie. That's
which
funny.
is surprising. But I'm old. But it's not like I'm afraid of commitment or anything like that. I mean, I've had long relationships. Just a lot of them.
Just trial and error period.
But my first marriage was my second marriage. The first marriage we didn't even count because that didn't last a year. But after that, it was 17 years with my daughter's mom. 17 years. And as I've mentioned, if I had gotten sober sooner, things probably would have turned out differently. Yeah. But it is what it is. My story is what it is. And she just went. My daughter just went on a trip with her mom to Maine. That's something. Oh, I'd love to do that.
I heard the lobster out there.
They were in Massachusetts too, Massachusetts, because she sent me a picture of Sam next to Samantha from Bewitched.
Okay.
And that's how I named my daughter, was Samantha from Bewitched.
Right.
So they were there. But they went and did the whole lobster thing. They're huge lobster people.
I heard the lobster out there is something amazing.
They're crazy. Like, my daughter said when she was young that she's probably, I don't know, 11, 12. But, if a boy couldn't take her out for lobster,
next,
persona non grata. You're out, dude. Next one up. Yeah, you have to be able to. Well, it's obvious today.
Yeah. You got to keep your
standards.
It's
obvious today because she's a foodie. She likes that stuff. So, but yeah, that's really cool that they were able to have that time together and have that experience. Really, because that's what it's about, man. That's what I told you. Man. It's about experiences, man.
100%.
That's what it's because every minute of life isn't going to be like that. It's going to be a grind, man. And enjoy the grind. That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to live and enjoy the fucking grind, and I'm going to do that in Nashville. I'm going to hook up with my watch guy, though, for dinner, though.
Yeah.
Not a watch, just dinner.
We'll see when you get back. It might be one hidden in the luggage.
Shh. Man, you're going to have attorney sending subpoenas. That's how it works.
Oh, man.
So funny. All right, so we have that this weekend. We are on a whim. Just me being up late at night, not being able to sleep. I didn't even ask Dawn. I got 2 tickets for the Cardinals-Commanders game on Sunday, so we're going back to the Cardinals game.
That should be a good game, actually, because I mean the Commanders being.
I was hoping the Cardinals would win. But now I don't know.
So what's your quick prediction? Let's not get too far from the boat. Cardinals or Commanders? Who are we going with?
Flip a coin.
You're flipping a coin, yeah.
Flip a coin. Because it really wouldn't be surprising if the Commanders won with the way that they're playing.
Yep.
And the Cardinals have the ability to. Which Cardinals team is going to show up?
That's the key.
And I think maybe it is lack of a little discipline. And I was listening to our podcast a couple ago when I made predictions for, and I was good except on like the San Francisco shit.
Yep.
And who else?
I think the Browns.
The Browns.
Yeah, the Browns. Yeah.
Fuck you, Browns. Fuck you. I hate you. I just hate you. I've always hated you. And here I actually bet on your dumb ass, and you fuck me. They did.
It's always funny
They
how that
fucked
works,
me,
right?
man.
As soon as you decide to put some
Because
faith into a team.
I feel like I'm fairly objective
Yeah.
for being, I feel like I can put my bias aside somewhat,
Oh, yeah.
Being a Steeler fan,
Yep.
and that's what made me good. And what these people don't know is, not only did I go into the Steelers locker room back when I covered the Steelers, for my radio show, is I was a guest on other radio shows. I became friends with other people in the press corps there, for the Steeler games who invited me because they heard my show and heard stuff and, liked what I had to say on their shows.
Okay.
To make comments about the Steelers, other football things going on and
So
stuff.
so your
just
word was
I've done
well
things
received.
on the radio, like what you see on TV with ESPN, where they got 3-4 guys and they're talking about different. I've done that on the radio as a guest and as a host as well. I would have them on my show. I would do that too. We kind of reciprocated like that, and it was fun. I enjoyed that. But I really do feel, even whether it's Alabama or Notre Dame, it doesn't matter, that I can evaluate my own team better than most fans can evaluate their own team. You know what I mean?
You get
But
really
I do that on
descriptive.
purpose.
Yeah.
I do that on purpose. So with that being said, here I am, a Steeler fan, hating the Browns, but I'm willing to give the Browns props when they deserve it and their players deserve it.
Yep.
And there's a lot of talent on that team. There is.
I agree.
But we'll save that for the sports at the end. You're supposed to keep me on track.
I'm sorry,
This
I
is just
apologize.
personal stuff. We're going to the Cardinals game.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Excited for that one?
Yeah, I mean, just because it's a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah.
And the tickets weren't too bad. I don't remember.
I was about to say,
what they were.
what
I
seats
don't
look
know.
like?
It wasn't very much.
Do you know where exactly?
Pretty much the same place we were last time on the other side of the field.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we had
Like
good
with the
seats.
home and away. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, around the 40, 45-yard line.
Ooh, right
Something
down the
like that.
middle. Love that.
Yeah, pretty much down the middle. I think row 20-something, so about halfway up or so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a good place to be.
No, I
Good
agree.
place to be.
You get a view of the entire field.
Yes.
I like it.
So now on. Man, so I watched last night. I heard about it. I didn't watch it when it was live.
Uh-huh.
But President Trump recently, in the past week, was on Gutfield. Gutfield is a Fox show.
Okay.
And he has other people on, like, and I didn't know this. And I've heard, I don't know why they said it that time, and I didn't hear him say it other times, but they have this guy, Tyrus, on there. Tyrus. Yeah, I didn't know he was
What?
in the NWA, dude.
What?
He's funny as shit, dude. He is a funny dude. And look at that picture.
Oh, you're
He's-
right. He is.
Look, he's got a pretty hot wife for being a big dude like that. Right?
The size difference is crazy. That man is
He
huge.
is- well, I said that
huge.
too, man.
God damn.
So, Trump isn't small.
no.
Trump's over
No.
6 foot.
Yeah.
And he's got some weight on him.
Yes,
Let's just
yes,
admit it.
yes, he
And
does.
it's so funny. Trump made comments on the show making almost fun of his weight.
Really?
Dude, what's so funny is the stupid shit that people say about Trump. Oh, Trump's not competent. You could say a lot of shit about Trump, but you can't say shit about Trump not being there or being in the same health condition as Biden.
Okay.
It's not close, dude. It's not close. And all you have to do is that's unedited. That, they're
the
doing
full
that
video.
live that they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they're putting it on
Yeah.
TV
Yep,
and
yep,
stuff,
yep.
or recording it or whatever they're doing, but it's not snipped up.
Yeah. You
kind
can
of
tell
stuff.
that it's flowing through. It's not like all cut up and whatnot.
Yes. Dude, the answer is like Trump is funny.
Oh, yeah.
He is funny.
Man is
like,
hilarious. Like, I remember watching that golf video we were
See, even though
referring
in
to.
here you say the film Trump jokes of personality defect. I don't like anybody that doesn't like me. People were posting that on X, and because he said something about like women not liking him, and he thought women liked him, and it's so funny. These liberal women were commenting, And so I had to chime in because what have I said? That when I wear my Trump gear out, it doesn't matter where I'm at. It doesn't matter what state I'm in. This is not just an Arizona thing. I travel and I take my shit with me.
Very true.
And it doesn't matter where I'm at, even in cities. Indianapolis is a liberal city. Okay, so it doesn't matter where I'm at. Over 40, and especially over 50 women make positive comments to me about my Trump shirts or MAGA hat more than any other group. Any group.
That's interesting to think.
I mean, guys will come by like, nice hat, boom, you know, a little fist bump when I'm in Costco and stuff. But I still get more women than men. But it's that age group. But really, at the gym, you know, we go to Mountainside. We go to Mountainside.
Okay.
And it's predominantly, it's a very strong Trump gym in there.
Yes,
even the women wearing their Make America Great hats again and
the
stuff.
one off Queen Creek, right?
Yes.
Yep. I've been there before.
What do you expect? You know, upper middle class hotties with, you know, look done. She's wearing it. She leads the parade.
Hell yeah. I love it.
My hottie leads the parade. Yeah, they all come up to her. It's so funny. They all say something. Oh, I love your hat. Like, I love your shirt.
No, that gym I like that gym. It's a little smaller than most gyms, but the atmosphere in there is nice. I like the atmosphere out in that gym. The people are fun. I forget there was an older gentleman there that kind of looked like Tony.
Oh, pull that up on Ad Week.
Draws nearly 5 million views. I just realized.
Dude, for late night, that's huge. Huge. That's a huge number.
That was late night?
Yeah, his show is later at night. Yeah, it's a late night show. But yeah, he joked about golf being dangerous. And then Gutfield said, yeah, golfing with you. I couldn't believe what he said. It was so good, though.
I'm going to have to watch this podcast. That's great.
So it's just a show, but you can find it on YouTube. And we watched the whole thing on YouTube last night and enjoyed the fuck out of it.
Oh, so it's an actual, it's on TV.
It's on TV. Oh, yeah, it's not a podcast. It's on TV.
Oh, so they just put it on.
But you can see, they just put it on YouTube because that's what everything goes on YouTube now, dude. Anything you miss, like when even during the convention. Like if we missed something that we wanted to see or a particular person,
pull it up on
we
YouTube.
would just pull it up on YouTube and just watch that little clip of it, you know, and people would put it like that. Or you can find the whole thing if you want it. Whatever you want to do, it works. But very funny. Very, very funny.
I love it. It's funny.
Yeah. And I thought about what you had said that it would almost have been a cool thing to do would be like, and I hadn't really thought of it before, about watching it.
And then
with our audience
Yeah.
and commenting on it as we go through it, that this would have been one I would have picked to do that because it was funny.
No, it's hilarious.
It is really, really good.
I love that. I mean,
but I would stop it too much. We'd never get through it, dude. It'd be like 2 hours.
Nah, we chop it up, make it look a little prettier.
I don't think so. You know how I am. Look at me now.
Hey, brother, we can work some magic on this end. I promise you that.
Maybe, but it was really good. And if people just want to see the real Donald Trump, he's right there. He's right there and he's out there doing things that nobody else is doing. No candidate has ever done before, putting it out there. But then you see, go back to the screen that you were at initially. Yes, that one. Because right underneath there, you see the Washington Post. It says, in Gutfield interview, Trump kneecaps his January 6th defense. Dude, and that's one of the things I wanted to talk about today. Okay, because I couldn't find it when I was looking it up on Fox, because it was a story on Fox, because nobody else is going to report this. But today, their Congress they were interviewing someone on Capitol Hill, you know, like a committee was doing it. And that's what I wanted to find here. And it was... maybe the Inspector General? So put Congress Inspector General. And see what comes up. Maybe we can find it. Because basically he was asked and... no, That's not it. That's the Secret Service. No, the Inspector General. See, that says Congress General Trump. Inspector. Yes.
Report.
Yes. So scroll down. Let's see if we can find it. Well, what's this on?
Washington Post.
Yeah, no, is this on? This isn't on. No, it's okay. So go back up. Inspector General, get rid of Trump. And yeah, put a space in there. Now put January 6th. Yeah, so it won't be done by the election, the report, right? So now scroll down because this should have it. But this dude was asked. So the Inspector General, right there. So the Inspector General, Michael Horowitz, was interviewed and did not deny that the federal government had confidential human sources, meaning they had people that maybe weren't FBI agents, but were people who were working for them in the crowd on January 6th. Because what other people have said, that they've said, no, that's just a conspiracy theory. It hasn't happened. What other people have said is that it's those people who created the chaos on January 6th and led people into the building. Yeah, let's go into the building, and got people to go in and do that kind of stuff. Do you see what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
He wouldn't deny it. And their report, and why do you think their report's not going to be done before the election?
So it's the day after the election, they're going to be like, oh, and by the way.
And they even paused it to delay it because it was probably going to be done too fast. Here, stop right there. So he's being asked by a congressman, Congressman Massey, do you have evidence of the number of confidential human sources that were operating on the Capitol grounds? And don't give me shit about this being Fox, because Fox isn't as conservative as it used to be. They trash Trump and say stupid shit too now. Okay, a lot. But this is where are you going to see this else in the media? And you could look this up. It's in the congressional record now. You could pull up this hearing and probably find the video for this hearing. But how many people are going to do that on their own? Nobody. Nobody's going to know shit about this.
No, if you wouldn't have brought it up,
and if you bring it up and mention Fox, well, then everybody's going to dismiss you automatically. So it's just Fox. Like, it's not true. No, this is what he actually motherfucking said. This is the truth of what was said. It cannot be denied.
More than 100 people.
When pressed, he wouldn't disclose the information. I'm not in a position to say that because it's in draft form. You can't give me a guess. You can't say it's about 80, 100. He was just asking, hey, do you think how many do you think it is? How many do you think it is?
That's funny.
All right, guys, do us a favor, will you please? Share this. Share it. Share it with a friend. We're trying to get things a little bit more in an orderly form for you on the show so that you can watch the whole thing, so that you can watch the segments on what's going on with me personally, what's going on, politics, sports, health, so you can focus on those things and find those if that's what you're interested in. We want to make it easy for you so that you enjoy our content and get some value from it, even if it's just you laughing at me. All right, I'm okay with that. I'm the fucking guy. So basically, how we can sum this up is by what Massey said, which is, this is a quote, what we do know is you're going to expose that there were confidential human sources, informants, at the Capitol. Can you tell us today how many went into the Capitol? The information will be in the report. Then he went on and asked him later, he tried to get him to come up with a number by how many were reimbursed for travel. I don't recall the number. You're basically being lied to over and over again, and because you fucking hate Trump, you're willing to believe the lies. Yep. It's not okay that they do this shit to Trump. They did it before he was elected. They did it while he was president, and they've done everything to stop him from running again.
Oh, yeah.
everything, including shooting him. And now, okay, it is official.
Yeah.
It is official. You were going to bring that up too?
Yep. It's no longer a...
It's no longer an apparent assassination attempt. And fuck Fox for using the word apparent as well.
There was a lot.
Once I told you that and you looked at any story, what did you see?
Apparent.
Why would you describe it like that? Have you ever heard an assassination attempt described that way at any other time?
No. Not in my lifetime.
Never. Not before your lifetime, dude. Not Reagan, not anyone. Apparent. We can't say an apparent now. But now you still have, and I got censored by which social media?
TikTok, I assume.
I did on TikTok here, and I usually win those. And it was really stupid because somebody said something that was just over the top, and I responded, and it's like, did you read what this fucker said? You know, like that was okay. That really wasn't okay. And my response didn't warrant that in the slightest. Basically, I said that it was ridiculous or the guy was an idiot. And if you do anything, say shit like that again, I'm going to block you. Yeah. And you're going to censor me for that? Come on, man.
That's pretty tame.
I fucking hate that. That's why I really love X, because I can swear, I can say motherfucker, I can say whatever the fuck I want. And I love X because I can do that.
I do too.
But remember, what did I say? All speech is protected. All speech.
Even lies.
The speech you don't like, even lies. Because we were told this was a lie. They've censored this kind of stuff and talking about this kind of stuff. But eventually, not right away, but later, this is, you know what else? So, yeah, the word apparent. And how's come nobody is, I haven't heard a single Democrat come out and say anything about Zelensky basically campaigning for Kamala Harris. Is that not, that's a foreign leader on our fucking soil trying to influence an election. When have we allowed a leader from any other country, ally or not, come to our country and speak in a way on what he says in fucking Ukraine, say whatever the motherfuck you want. But to come on our shores, and even if he was campaigning for Trump, it still wouldn't be right, man. They'll never say that. They'll never say that, but I will, because it's not right.
Yeah.
It should never, ever happen. That's campaign interference. That's election interference,
that's
man.
Illegal, isn't it?
I don't know. It's not right, man.
Yeah.
It's not right. It's election interference in every shape and form, right? And but how many? If we walk the streets, that'd be a video we could do. And I like those kind of videos.
I like them
do you like those kind of videos?
I really enjoy those.
Where you ask the guy on the street questions. Dude, they don't know. The average person that you catch outside of Fry's and ask them a political question, dude, 1 in 10. 1 in 10. 9 in 10 don't know jack shit, dude. They don't know jack shit. Really.
You're not wrong.
They don't.
You are not wrong.
They're not even gonna know that motherfucker is even here.
They don't care. They don't care to know.
They don't care to know.
Yeah.
And I get that. But then don't vote.
That's a big one. Don't just start marking random boxes just because you're coloring in a book, you know. No, but that is crazy to think that someone from an outside country is trying to influence the way we're gonna elect the way we want to run our country, and there's some outside.
But we do it. Look, we did it to Ukraine.
Wrong. You're not wrong.
Biden did it.
You are not wrong.
Biden fucking stood up and bragged about saying how he got basically their attorney general person, right, fired. Fire this dude or we're not giving you the billions of dollars. He bragged about it.
It's a weird thing to
brag about.
That's a weird thing to brag about.
So we interfere with other. I get it. It's still not okay.
Yeah, I don't.
It's still not okay. This is just really stupid. This is blatant. This is doing it on our soil. Because I can guarantee you're just going to harden people like me to say, fuck you, fuck your people, fight your own fight. Fight your own fight. Get your weapons up. Like, I give, no offense, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't care about the children of Ukraine. I'm a piece of shit. I don't care about them. I don't care about their mothers. I don't care about their fathers. I don't care about a single fucking one. That is so low on my list of what the fuck I care about. I just don't.
No, that's fair. Yeah, you have your priorities on.
It's not a priority
where you live. No, your priorities on
Yeah.
are on
Yeah.
things where you live and the place
Exactly.
that you live your life. You're not going to Ukraine. You're not gonna go over there and spend your time over there or whatever. Like you're spending your time here. Your business is
let's
here,
just
like,
say things were cool. Let's go back to pre-Ukraine.
Okay.
Or the pre-Ukraine Russia war.
war, yeah.
Okay, let's
Yep,
go
yep,
back
yep.
to pre-war. Do you know where that would be on my list of places to go for a vacation?
pretty low.
Dude, in your entire life and my entire life, we're going to put both of our lives together and we're going to add up the number of people. And how old are you? I forgot how old you are.
I turned 26 on Friday.
So you turned 26 on Friday.
Yeah.
That is fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
I appreciate that. Thank you,
Yeah.
Troy.
So happy birthday. That's so cool. So 26 and 56. Okay. So 82.
82. Yeah.
82 years. We got 82 years we're putting together.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Of coming into contact with people. You come into contact with people at the bank. You ever, let me ask you this.
Yeah, go for it.
Because you're at the bank, right? People come into the bank before they go on vacation.
Yes.
And they're excited about going on vacation.
Yes.
And you see them, and they might even tell you that they're going on vacation.
It's actually one of the more common things because people buy a lot
So
of foreign
what you're
currency.
telling me is, you might not be as old as I am,
Uh-huh.
but with your experience at the bank, you come into contact with a lot of people that might be going on vacation and actually tell you.
Yeah.
So you've had that happen.
a lot of the
people
time.
a lot of times.
A lot of
tell you they're going on vacation. They tell you
yeah.
where,
Yeah.
right? They tell you where.
Yeah.
How many people have told you that they're taking a vacation to Ukraine?
None.
None? Not even one.
To this day,
To this
with
day.
the 7 years that I've worked with Chase, I've never heard anyone say.
You know
they're
why
going
that
to
is?
Ukraine.
Because most motherfuckers can't show you where it is on a map.
I
you know what's-
couldn't show you where it's on the map. Be honest with you.
But here's what you do. Here's what you do. You find Russia
He's
and you look at which
the
countries.
smallest one there.
I don't know. You look at whatever countries border Western Russia
Yep.
and guess at one of those and point to that. That's what you do. 'Cause
You're
you
not
don't know.
wrong. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know what their weather is there. I don't care.
I don't care too. No,
I don't
no,
care.
no.
Nobody's ever told me about the beaches in
Yeah, they're
Ukraine.
like, oh no, you gotta visit.
Never heard
you
about the
gotta-
beaches in Ukraine?
You gotta go visit Ukraine. I'm pretty sure they have pretty like, or am I
Pretty what?
like some like abandoned power plants out there. I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
I'm not sure.
There's probably a lot of abandoned shit there now.
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't think about that all the way through.
Come on, man. The place has been bombed the fuck out
I
of.
didn't think about that all the way through. That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Ukraine
We are
is
terrible people, man. We're making fun of a war-torn country where people have died. I don't care. I don't fucking care. I do care that they're involving themselves and have been involved in the politics here and have been using their wealthy people to funnel money to people like Biden and through his son. That shit's just true, people. You do what you want with that. But y'all are ignorant, man. But you want to be pissed at Trump because he talks about grabbing pussy. Sure. You do that.
Oh man, it's one of my
The
favorite
next
clips.
thing, you know what the next rumor is going to be?
What is that, Troy?
That Trump was at a Diddy party. All right, hopefully you can see it. Whoop, whoop. New shirts. We got the blue shirt for the men who like, we got the blue ones. This is just for men. The women's, we don't have a blue. We have women coming in gray V-necks. We just have some of them. He's redoing the sleeves because he thought it was too... Anyways, we're redoing the gray ones for the women. But the blue ones for the men. It's got the fight on it, baby. It's got the fist. And, of course, the flag, because you don't like the flag, you're not my people. And then the Outlaw Fitness logo, so you too can be a part of the Outlaw Fitness
Phones in the
family.
way.
What's that? Phones in the way. That's all right. Leave that in there.
Yeah, that's okay.
So the Outlaw Fitness logo on the sleeve as well. Great response from this shirt. This is basically, it doesn't say Trump on here anyways, but we know what this means, man. Oh, yeah. Fight, fight, fight. $30. Message us, get your shirts. And we still have some of the red ones left, which are the MAGA shirts, the Only Felons, super popular. And when they're gone, they're going to be gone. That's it. That's what we're doing. I'm the fucking guy. Right? I mean, like, look, like, so there's no log that shows that Trump ever went to Epstein's island.
Yeah.
Did he fly on a plane ever? Yes. And then when the time came when Epstein tried to get close to him and join the club, he said, no, you're persona non grata. Yeah. Once Trump found out about who he was, Trump stayed away from him. Okay? But you're not going to say bad things at the beginning when you don't know a person. You're not going to say bad shit about him, and he didn't. Okay? That's the truth of how that went.
That's how it works.
You know,
that's how business
You want to know how you want to know who Trump is? Let me give you this story that I saw. It was Robert F. Kennedy Jr. being interviewed. I don't know who he was interviewed by, but he was talking about being sued by Donald Trump. So his wife, I think, wanted to go somewhere. I don't know if it was Florida or wherever it was, but she wanted to go somewhere, and I don't know why they can't fly first class or get another but the whole issue was getting a plane,
okay.
Right?
Okay.
And this is his wife, who has been mad at him, right, for supporting Trump. This is his wife.
Okay.
His wife said, well, I know somebody. And he goes, yeah, who? She said, Donald Trump. And he goes, I'm suing him. And she had talked to Donald Trump before she's telling her husband this, because her response was, yeah, he knows. And he said we could use it anyway. So they actually, he was suing Trump for some environmental shit, that Trump was building some golf course or something in Upper New York. And so there were some issues there. And so even though he's suing Trump let them use his plane to fly wherever they were going, Florida, wherever they were going. Yeah.
That's a different
perspective. See, the thing is, that's somebody that can say, look, we could disagree with each other on whatever this issue is, but here, that's who he really is, man. It just is. I don't know why some people, it's easy to see image the negative shit, dude.
The media will always focus on the negatives because it's imagine
well,
if we
when they're
lived in
trying
society.
to destroy him, like when they loved him, they didn't focus on negative shit. They built him up. Here's the problem. If you let the media build you, the media can take you out.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't let the media build you, if it comes from the people, they can't take you out. They can't cancel you.
Yeah.
Okay?
You're not wrong.
And that's why, people like Chappelle, you can't take that motherfucker out.
Nope.
You can't take him out.
Nope.
Because his bond with his audience is too strong. You all media people, you didn't make him. You didn't make him. Yeah. He made him. We said he's good. We like his shit. You can't do nothing about that.
Same thing with like Cat Williams and all that.
Yes, absolutely. You can't do nothing about that. And it just gets stronger and stronger. And then when you find out, when you do something that I did, that I hadn't done before, actually look at the person beyond just the comedy that I liked, at the actual
like
person
the outside world.
was like, wow, I am really, really impressed. This guy is way the fuck smarter than I ever imagined.
Yeah.
And not just smart with his comedy, but just, man.
The way he can apply himself, the way he uses words and stuff like that.
Yes. I mean, he approaches it almost like I would say a scientist would approach a project.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Like the scientific theory.
Yeah. I mean, he has...
There's order to the way he thinks and the how he comes
there's
to
a
his
protocol,
conclusion.
there's a system.
Yep.
It's an order of it. What we were talking about trying to do here that we haven't done, break out, have a format, try to, make it a little, try to keep Troy reined in
as much as we possibly can, right? It's still gonna be a Troy show, I was just
So yeah,
that was
we
just
probably have to pull it up on YouTube to see the video, like on that. But that's okay. You don't have to do that. But it was funny him telling the story. I love it. So we have that here. We have another story that's right up my alley.
about
And look,
shit we're supposed to talk about.
Republicans do this shit too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but you're not going to hear this on probably any. You're not going to hear it on MSNBC.
Okay.
And MSNBC is known a lot for their financial stuff too, right? Nancy Pelosi's husband sold $500,000 in Visa stock ahead of the Department of Justice action.
Sold to who?
He just sold it. You just sell it. You know, you tell your broker to sell it.
Oh, it's like okay.
He put in an order to sell the stock.
Gotcha.
Because he knew it was going to tank.
Oh.
Because they're being investigated by the Department of Justice.
That's not suspicious at all.
This has been going on for some time. You want to know how people in Congress enrich themselves when they don't make shit for money? This is how. Okay? And we were supposed to have done something, but how do you get Congress to do something to police itself, to vote for a law that polices themselves to get them to stop doing something that makes them rich? It's no different. Yeah. Do you know why we don't have term limits for congressmen, for representatives and senators? Do you know why we don't have term limits?
Why is that?
People wanted term limits. Most of the country, if we walked around, it doesn't matter if you're Democrat, Independent, most people would say, you know, probably spending 30 years in Congress, in which you vote on every 2 years. That's winning 15 elections. People have done that, okay? Yeah. You know, they've gone to spend their whole life there.
That's a crazy amount
That's
of time.
not what our founding fathers ever meant for
it to be
representatives, especially.
Yeah.
For Senate is different. That's why their term is longer.
Yep.
Okay, they're supposed to be more deliberative and everything. But you're supposed to be somebody who is somebody in your community that's respected in your community. Yep. And you give up your time, your business to go do something good for the country and the people around you, your neighbor. You go serve for 2 years, 4 years, 6, and then you fucking come home and go back to work.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah.
A job, a business, own a business. You go back and do shit that regular, normal fucking people do, which you should have done also before you got elected, so that you have some basis to draw from to be able to help people and say, this is what people are going through that do this, and because I did this, and I know those people.
That's the other thing, right? Is like being able, like, how are you going to be like representing people when you don't understand what people are going through, right? Like if you have that ability of having that business,
they don't.
Like, exactly. So that's even a bigger thing, right? Like, like
that's why we need term limits.
I agree. I completely agree.
And I'm all for, look, I get it. You want to term limit somebody, vote them out, okay? But we all know that incumbents have an advantage. Period. They do. Always.
Because I feel like most people that don't know who to vote for is always going to vote for someone that's already in office, right?
Well, if you haven't heard, as long as they haven't, molested a child
or something like really
bad.
I
haven't heard this guy do anything bad. I'm just going to leave him there.
Exactly.
He must be doing okay.
Exactly.
And I saw his commercial. I saw his sign. Oh God, I'm so
There's
tired
so
of
many
this.
signs. It's ridiculous.
I hate
it
signs.
Is
I hate signs.
The other
these motherfuckers think that signs work and spend money on signs shows you shouldn't ever give them a penny of your fucking money.
And I hate the people that
they shouldn't have no business managing tax money because they manage this money like
cardboard.
This.
Getting a bunch of cardboard all over, man.
It does not.
And then
it's so ineffective.
They pack up the
so
traffic
ineffective.
so bad just to put up a poster. They back up that is one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, why are you stopping in the middle of the road?
I would be blasting every social media platform I could. You know what that would cost me? Just the people and the manpower to do that work.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's where the money should go.
Yep. Put
yourself out there. If you can't get an interview from some big person, have somebody else interview you and post it.
Yep.
Have your buddy interview you. Somebody can do it. Look, somebody can do it. Figure it out. Okay. Go to the local radio station. Say, hey, I'll pay you $500 to this guy if you interview me on my thing so I can post whatever. Right?
Simple.
It's not hard. It's not hard, dude.
That's
not
how
hard.
It works. Oh man, no,
It's
but
horrible.
instead, cardboard.
But we don't have term limits because they'd have to vote to lose their jobs. How do you get somebody to vote for that, dude? You don't.
You don't know.
And we had a really good chance at that. That was one of the things when Newt Gingrich was the head of the House.
Okay.
And, the Republicans were in charge of the House then. And they had this list of things they wanted to get done. And that's what they ran on. Yeah. And it was one of them. And they got 7 or 8 of the 10 things on the list done. They did really, really good. It was really smart. That's probably some of the best campaigning the Republicans have ever done. And they haven't done as good since. Yeah. They just haven't. Yeah. So that would always be a good. And people even say that, well, why don't they just use this model? It worked, put out a plan. Say what you're going to do. It's too much, this guy sucks, instead of what you're going to do. Yep. Just tell people what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. And Trump should be saying, you know what I'm going to do? Same shit I did. That worked. Yeah. It worked. Yeah. They can say whatever they want. It worked. Yeah. You all experienced that it worked. How are you going to deny that now? How do you I don't know how people say with a straight face that it didn't work. Or Trump lost more jobs. Dude. I'm sorry. Most people, he is not responsible for China COVID.
Yep.
He's not. He's not responsible. And I don't think some handled it better than others.
Yep.
But basically, we fucked up the whole thing. Republicans and Democrats. Democrats didn't do any better. Democrats can't point to this Democratic state did really, really well. We can point to some Republican states that did okay. Mm-hmm. But overall, we sucked.
Oh, yeah.
We sucked at what we did. We fucked people. We got people fired. I talked to a Marine today about that, about how, for our military, people that didn't want to get the vaccine, were kicked out of the military.
Yep.
People serving our country. That was all bullshit. And later it was said bullshit, but that doesn't do good 2 years later. You can't fix that shit. You can't fix it.
Yep. No, I agree. It's
horrible.
Yeah, no, it's crazy to put everything on something that was out of his control.
But you take the time from when he was elected until COVID.
Yeah.
We were kicking some ass.
Yeah.
Now, look, the spending came after that, and Trump was willing to spend, but that's been Republicans for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay? For a long time. Really, you have to go back to the 90s and Gingrich to find Republicans that actually cared about trying to reduce the budget and keep things in line. Neither party cares anymore. And probably because they've been told something that you haven't been told that I'm going to tell you. It can't be fixed now. We are past the point of being able to fix it. I don't think there's any drastic measures, if we were all willing to suck it up and take, that we could do to fix it, which means there's going to be, either in our lifetime or our children's, the biggest crash ever globally that the world has ever known. It has to happen. And I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but we're past that. And I think they know this. Now they can kick the can down the road for a little longer. And that's what they're doing. They're all just kicking the can down the road. They're just trying to get theirs and take care of theirs and get the fuck out before the bad shit happens.
Oh, yeah.
Because nobody knows exactly when it's going to happen, but they all know that it is, and that there's no reversing this, because nobody would tolerate it or put up with it. Not old people, not young people, because what we would have to do to get shit in line, you don't even want to hear about. You don't want to hear about.
You have to give up a lot.
It's the people, the only people that might understand are people that got into financial trouble and had to dig themselves out and had to cut up all the credit cards, had to get second and third jobs and just do shit they didn't want to do to get out.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody's willing to cut up the credit card. That's the first step. Then you got to make money to pay the shit back. They don't want to do that either.
Yeah.
They don't want to do that either.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And it's not because wealthy people are fucking y'all, and because you're not paying shit in taxes. You're not paying shit. Okay, you don't pay very much in taxes. Not in income taxes anyways. Okay, there's better ways we could have been doing all of this shit, but we're not. And we're just not there. So right now, the rules are what the rules are. Play by the rules. Get yours.
Nice and simple.
Get yours.
Nice and simple.
Get yours. That's what Trump said. Trump was very upfront about it. When Hillary pointed to Trump and said it was rigged, Trump agreed. Yeah, it's rigged. And you motherfuckers set up the rules. I'm just playing by the rules. One of the most powerful things somebody ever said.
Or was that, don't hate
he
the player,
admitted it.
hate the game?
He admitted it. So play the game, people. That's what I'm doing. Because I can't change this shit either. And I used to get so wrapped up and so fired up about this shit, and you could tell I'm kind of fired up now. And I used to be like that, and it doesn't do any good. No. You know, no good.
It just sucks
Zero.
energy from you.
Yep, sucks energy. So you know what I did? Put my head down every motherfucking day, and I do what Troy can do, and I do what I can do to help other people because I believe in service. Even though I said that shit about people in Ukraine, okay, I'm not a lousy human being. You can think so. I don't care. But it's just not, they're just not high on my list, like I said. That doesn't mean I don't have any empathy or compassion at all. But it's still their responsibility.
Exactly.
It's their responsibility. It's your responsibility, okay? Stop looking at for someone to motherfucking save you. Nobody's coming. Nobody's coming to save you. It's on you to save you. You know who saved me? I saved me. I got up. I could have not got up.
Yeah. Very easily. Very easily.
Easily.
You've had multiple options to not get back up, and every single time. Hey, look at you now. Look at you now, Troy. Going to another Arizona Commanders game here on Sunday. No, but you're not wrong. I think that's like the biggest thing, especially nowadays, that people like have this like idea of that like it's other people's responsibility to help everyone, and like if you have the ability to help someone, like there's nothing wrong with it, but
No.
it shouldn't be required to go out and help every single person. Like,
this is something that I think I've maybe brought up before a little bit, but really bothers me because I just want to understand. I'd love to have a private conversation with Oprah Winfrey.
Okay, that would be a conversation and a half.
And why? Because I know Oprah's story. And I think her story is one of the most incredible American stories of success that could ever be told.
Yeah.
And everything she went through as a child.
Yeah.
Who was it? Who saved Oprah? Tell me where the government saved Oprah Winfrey.
She didn't. She put in the work.
She did it all, dude. So why does she believe that other people can't do what she did? Why is she for Kamala Harris? Why is she liberal now today? Mm-hmm. Why does she not promote the values that she had that got her through that time? There's so many things she could talk on.
Yeah.
And be on girls that were raped. I mean, like, look, you know how rare it is to be raped and get pregnant? It's rare, dude. The media or people want to act like that happens all the time. No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen all the time. They just use that. You hear about it all the time because that's what they use when they want to talk about abortion.
It makes it more intense.
Yeah. But you can't base a policy on the worst case scenario, and that's the worst case. It is the worst case scenario. Absolutely the worst thing, and I'm not even talking about that now. I'm just talking about how horrible that would be and just her whole life story of struggle. And even when she started to make it, you know, there were roadblocks put in her way, and she kept going and built one of the first media empires that wasn't a network, right? Like she had her own network then, and went to after she retired, right?
That she had
huge
over the country.
Dude, if you wrote a fucking book and you could get your ass on Oprah, instant bestseller.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there's a book ever talked about on Oprah that didn't become a bestseller.
I'd be interesting to find that out. To see,
dude,
like,
I would put
that.
I'll put 10 grand on it, dude. 20 grand. Yeah,
No,
I'll put big money.
I agree with. I definitely agree
Fuck
with you.
yeah,
I
dude.
definitely agree with you.
But do you see what my confusion is though? Why? What makes you support the things you support today?
With the mentality
That
you had
that
coming through
is
everything
that
else.
is absolutely the opposite mentality of you doing what you need to do.
I think it's because you're wanting to make it easier on other people. I think that's where it comes from, right? Like she went through all this and that and the struggle and this. So
Because she made it to I think some wealthy people, especially liberals, I think they feel guilty about being
Yes.
wealthy.
Yes. Because again, like, because coming from especially someone like Oprah, where she came through all this struggle and all these different things, and understanding herself in that position. Again, if you're an empathetic person or whatever, like you realistically wouldn't want that upon someone else, right? So then you share your values of being in a better position.
But then it's up to Oprah to develop a foundation, a program to help the areas where she thinks she can be of best help.
Yeah.
And I would rather give money to Oprah's foundation to help that problem than give it to the fucking government to address the problem.
Oh, yeah.
Do we see? That's the difference.
No, 100%
That's
agree.
the difference.
Yeah.
Because the government hasn't solved a single fucking problem in our motherfucking history.
No.
Not a single motherfucking one.
The only problem they solve is where they're getting their money from, you know.
But guess what? I love my country.
Hell yeah.
I do.
Nah,
I do.
no,
I do love my country. I love my country. I just hate politicians and I hate the government and the stupid shit they're doing. I hate people like Nancy Pelosi and how they've used their positions to enrich themselves. Yeah. And somebody it's just horrible. And that's all I got on politics. I need to stop the politics. Because how much time have we done already?
So 33, or so technically 56.
Okay. So a little bit on health, a little bit on health and wellness and stuff because, oh my God. So I was talking to a client.
Okay.
And he's been taking testosterone propionate, which is a short ester testosterone.
Okay.
So, you basically have 3 testosterones that are very, very common.
Okay.
Testosterone propionate, enethate, and cypionate. And the difference between them is, first of all, enethate and cypionate are almost identical.
Okay.
Okay. They're like twins almost.
Okay.
Where twins are super close together, but slightly different.
Gotcha.
And the slight difference is a day in the half-life, like 8 days versus 9 days.
Gotcha.
So in the half-life is just how long it stays in your body, right? Well, the propionate is very, very short. Okay.
Okay.
So it's not going to stay in your body very long. So I have a client who's wondering why he's, I couldn't figure out what he's doing. So I'm like, I got to call. Like, we cannot solve this problem by text. Yeah. So this is today. This happened today. Morning. Yeah. So I call and we start talking. I'm like, how much are you doing? He's doing 1.5 ml, which would be like 150 milligrams.
Okay.
Okay. Which isn't that much really of this because it's not going to stay in your body very long.
Yeah.
Okay. If he'd have been doing 150 milligrams of cypionate a week, he probably would be doing better, and it still would have been better to do 75 milligrams twice.
2 times a week, yeah.
Okay, that anywhere from 150 to 250, I think, is what's usually the best range.
Okay.
Very few people do well on 100 milligrams a week, 50 and 50.
Okay.
It happens. Some people can, but it's not as
different.
common as the 150 to 250 are going to more likely put people at the high normal range, or at least mediocre at worst.
May I ask a
and
quick
doctors
question?
So
what? So
and we're talking total testosterone level.
So as like a person helping out someone else, like when do you decide which one of those two?
Almost always cypionate or enethate. It doesn't matter which one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Some people tend to do better on one than the other, but most people should be able to use either one and it not matter.
Is there any like particular like situations where you have to use one over the other?
No, but sometimes people will like say retain water a little bit more on the cypionate where they won't with the enethate.
Gotcha. Okay.
Little things like
Small
this.
differences.
Small little bullshit stuff, okay?
Gotcha.
Easy to figure out stuff, right? But in this case, the problem was because it was such a low dose, it wasn't fixing another issue, which one of his issues with low T was a low libido. Okay.
Gotcha.
Now, everybody that has low T does not necessarily have a low libido, but it is a symptom, and it was a symptom in his case. Yeah. Okay. It was. And once I found out what he was doing, and I didn't know that he was doing this, that he was using this as TRT, people use the Prop for different reasons and doing different things, but for what he was doing and the amount he was doing,
didn't make sense.
No. Like, no. I said, who told you to do? Because I knew I didn't tell him to do that. I was like, it looks like you got Prop recently. Like, who told you to get for TRT? Yeah. Who told you to do that? We started talking, and I cut him off, and I probably shouldn't. But he started talking like my friend at his friend at the gym, or his friend who's been using. Your friend don't know, because I immediately stopped it. Your friend don't know dick.
Yeah.
Tell your friend to shut the fuck up. Stop listening to your fucking friend, because your friend don't know. Your friend don't know.
Yep.
Okay. Like, look, what you need to do, this is what you need to do for you to be, and it probably will fix your libido as well. And if it doesn't, maybe we need to add 10 milligrams of Cialis in there, which is never a bad thing to do.
Gotta love that.
I use it. I ain't afraid to say. I love 10 milligrams Cialis.
And Cialis,
ready all day, every day. That's how it works. Fuck Viagra, man. I don't know why people want to. You want to do Viagra? Do Viagra, but no. Where Cialis has bodybuilding benefits, where the Viagra doesn't.
Gotcha.
So, but do what you want to do. But
is that the bomb you were explaining to me?
No, that's totally different.
Okay,
that's totally different. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. I'm not bringing that up on the show right now. That would be a whole can of worms of conversation, man. It'd be funny to say the word.
It'd be hilarious.
Because, when I did radio, I always had to watch what I said. And sometimes I did get bleeped because I would accidentally slip. We had like a 3-second deal, delay when I did radio. Yeah. And I especially needed the 3 seconds. They knew I did. Like management knew. You make sure Troy's on the 3-second delay.
You know what? Give him 5 seconds.
Yeah, probably. They had to, because it would just sometimes.
I love that. That's
I do the best I can. So, but I am able to not swear if I absolutely have to, but I might slip.
That'd be an interesting little.
Because I don't think I've done a fucking podcast without swearing, have I?
No,
and I just said that on
purpose.
That's
just definitely not.
But I don't think I've done one where I've not had any swear
That'd be an interesting episode. See if people can catch it. We'll randomly do one episode and see if Troy can go the entire episode.
Maybe. I don't know. That doesn't sound that fun. I like your thought process though. I do like your thought process. So that's what we're gonna do. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna kick him up to 200 milligrams on Cypionate, half ml twice a week, and doing it twice a week. And I explained to him the whole thing about doing it once a week, even if you're doing the Cypionate once a week. You're doing a mini roller coaster. If you're doing it every 2 weeks, your doctor don't know what the fuck he's talking about. You're totally fucked, okay? You're crashing, okay? It is not good. Nobody uses that protocol anymore. Nobody, and you want it. It's life-changing when it's done right. So I know if somebody is on TRT and they're not having success, I know that it's not being done right. Yeah. Because 99% of people, it's going to change their life. It's such a high percentage. It's just incredible and amazing. And that's what it's all about. So that's the one little health thing that I had. It does matter. And don't listen to your dumbass friend, okay? Don't. Listen to me.
The gym bros.
Listen to me. And I'll even give you information to take to your doctor if that's what you want to do, so you can check your doctor. Because I know more than he does.
Gotta love that.
Yeah, we'll do that. Last but not least, a little bit of sports.
Yeah.
Continued. Would you believe that it's actually continued? That after 3 weeks, the guy is 3-0, 3-0, and people still want to talk shit about the Steelers and Justin Fields, and it's Steeler fans.
The main people that are trash.
Some of the comments, dude, I would totally get if it was coming from another team, another fan saying, you're never going to win by scoring only 3 touchdowns in 3 games. You're not going to be able to sustain that. I would totally get it if it was coming from someone else.
Yeah.
Because they don't know this team.
Exactly. But from your own organization?
From your own fan base.
Or fan base, I should say.
Base.
Yeah, you're right.
No, these people think they're part of the organization.
Yeah.
Like, I don't phrase things like that anymore. I talk about the Steelers. I try not to talk in the we.
Okay.
Because they all do. Like, no, there ain't no we. Ain't nobody listening to you. Nobody knows who your fat ass is. Okay?
Yeah.
You got your beer and your Cheetos over there, and nobody fucking knows who you are, and you don't know shit about football. But you think you do.
You do. Oh,
and you think you know about Justin Fields. Like, really. Like, and they try to compare him and pull up stats of, well, look, his stats are no better than Kenny Pickett's. Like, you trying to tell me there's no difference between him and Kenny Pickett? Because I supported Kenny.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Are you trying to tell me? Like, I'm somebody, I know Kenny, and I wanted Kenny to be smart enough to stick around and stay, and he wasn't. Okay. Justin Fields' hands are bigger. Justin Fields can throw the ball deep regularly with greater ease, and he can take off and he can use his feet as one of the best. He's like Lamar in that regard. He's one of the top 3 easily in the league. And if you don't think that matters, it does. Jalen Hurts is another one. He's better when he's also running, and you can't stop him.
Over these past few years, that's like one of the biggest things that I've noticed is like the QBs that are doing really well aren't scared to take a few yards and just not be afraid to get hit a little bit, But yeah, no, I mean, especially like when Lamar had that, what was it, that one season where he like 4 or 5 years ago when he like outran some of the running backs or something like that.
What's that?
There was a year where Lamar had like more running yardage than some of the running backs.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like back then, was that the year that Baltimore actually won the? It's like 4 or 5 years ago, give or take.
I don't know what year it was, but it definitely.
No, but being able to move around when there's no one open is such a big thing, especially in the NFL. So yeah, I don't understand how you can be shitting on someone like that for producing. I mean, 3-0. I don't know, like especially for.
Oh, and another one I commented on today. This dude comparing Mason Rudolph again.
People love Rudolph, man.
Fuck off of Rudolph,
People love
dude.
Rudolph.
Shut the fuck up. He ain't coming back. He's gone.
Back, yeah.
He's the backup for the Titans. And now the Titans traded their 3rd-string quarterback to the Packers, who's kicked ass for 2 games in a row. And now they got to be saying, we kept the wrong dude. We kept the wrong dude. Malik Willis is every bit has a higher value going forward than Mason Rudolph.
How old is Rudolph now? He's getting up there.
Dude, this is like his 7th season, dude.
He's getting up there.
His 7th season.
Do you have any predictions for this week?
Oh, you know what else? Oh, one more thing.
Yeah.
Because this pissed me off. I don't know if it was Pat McAfee's top 10, but this was the NFL Power Rankings. Pittsburgh's 14th. We're 3-0. You got teams like the Jets ahead of them, the Buccaneers. The 49ers are ahead of them. Okay? The Ravens are ahead of them. How are the Ravens ahead of the Steelers? They've won one game, dude.
5.
No, I have Baltimore as number 5 on this. It says week 4 power ranking. San Francisco's number 8.
I might have been looking at week 3.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with the first few, which is Kansas City, the Bills, and the Lions. But, after that, these one, are you kidding me? You got the Steelers. You got Steelers. You know who's behind the Steelers at number 15? Who haven't won a fucking game? The Bengals. So I don't know who's power ranking, if this is who puts this out. I'm not sure. Or, what this has to do with Pat McAfee show, or if he posted it originally,
A little bit of bias in
or
here.
what, but come on, man. That's the worst dumbass shit that I've ever fucking seen. Like, that's just stupid. So that's all I got. I don't have any predictions. My predictions have sucked. Let's wait till I get, like, I've been making money and giving back money. And a lot of what I saw this coming week were a lot of shit I would not bet on. No. I'm very picky. I do try to find things that I kind of believe are a little bit more in my favor.
Okay.
You know?
No, that's fair.
I try to find that kind of stuff. If it's close, I don't just bet on it just to like guess. I hate guess. I don't like. Why do people guess? I don't want to guess.
You want the best.
I want to have
the best chance possible.
The best chance possible.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So there we go. We covered it. We'll see how this works, right?
Yeah.
All right. Y'all have a great. Well, this is posted
Tuesday.
after the weekend, right? So funny. I don't know. All right, whatever. This is the Outlaw Apostle Podcast. I'm Troy Neff, your host. I'm the fucking guy.
Whoa! Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah. Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic gotta say, I got them picking up the pieces.